Hey, hard forkers. This is probably one of the more interesting shows and conversations in a while. It's been a crazy day of emotions. A lot of you probably don't even know what's happened. So I'm going to throw it over to maybe the happiest person in the chat, Mr. Gonzo. What on earth has just happened today?
Well, our favorite platform, UNISWAP.
Was that the one that Lisa was bagging on yesterday because she liked money and she would never use Uniswap?
No stop losses. I can't. Fuck, I'm never using that.
What have Uniswap done today? What's just happened?
They rewarded early adopters and their loyal users with a free airdrop. And it basically worked out as if you've ever touched Uniswap with your MetaMask wallet before September 1st, they gave you 400 free Uniswap UNI tokens, and the shit. So pretty happy about that right now. The tokens are
I bet you
$2.97 per. So basically, it's $3 a coin times 400. So it's a $1,200 airdrop for each wallet.
So in a nutshell, if you have used Uniswap, and we'll get to the caveat in a moment because it's affected me, you've basically just been given what effectively is worth $1,200 US. So we're going to tell you what you need to do to get those tokens in a moment. First, I'm going to appeal to the Uniswap people. Just move that date back one day. Move it one day. Make it September the 2nd. Don't make me hate the 1st of September for the rest of my life.
8 hours.
Because right now, the 1st of September, thank you very much for the coins, but I had a number of wallets and I didn't use them until the 2nd of September. So what do I get? Because I was 7 hours late? Nothing. Nothing. You have to have had the wallet on the 1st of September or before, people. If you have, you're now the proud owner of 400 Uniswap tokens per wallet.
That's not true.
It's not only that.
Oh, and there's more. But wait, there's more.
So the way that I have calculated that goes that previous to the 1st of September, you will receive additional tokens based on every second that you have spent providing liquidity into a Uniswap pool. Now I'm saying every second because that's the way that they have.
So you two are rather happy with yourselves right now.
If I can claim them.
Doctor's putting it mildly.
How many? What were you pooling, Stefano?
So I got out of 4 wallets that I ever used Uniswap, I got one that unfortunately was after the 1st. So that's out. And 3 that are in place. And one of those is pretty good. Let's leave it like that.
Pretty good.
One of those is making if I can claim, obviously, because it comes down to that 6 hours that I'm trying to claim.
Yeah. So on that note, Stefano, should we cover that quickly for the average punter who's probably in a mad panic right now?
So one thing before that. So here's what happened. What is the UNI token? Is a government's token. So you're basically receiving this token because it means that you're allowed to start using those tokens to vote in the Uniswap DAO to decide of the future of the system. Now, for people that want to think a little bit about what it's going to happen in the future, the Uniswap version 2 has a line of code already written there that allows to claim a 0.05% to the Uniswap directly pool per every single trade that is done. That feature is not activated, but the code is there. What can potentially mean for that token is a different story, but it means that you as an owner of those tokens can actually vote for things like that. What is going to be a new pair that is going to be allowed on the Uniswap? Is there going to be a fee introduced on that? Is it going to be a removal of a specific pool, new rules, new set of things, and so on? Maybe the system is going to migrate on layer 2. investors or like owners of that tokens can actually like decide for the future of the system. In the same way that we're seeing that with Maker and the future of DAI, Land and EV and so on, Compound, DMG, Compound, you name it. Like the governance tokens are a very hot thing in 2020.
Yep.
So how do you claim that, or like what's going on? Basically, like, is automatic the system. If you have the tokens or not, and how many tokens you have is already pre-compiled. So there is really nothing that you can do. Like whatever numbers you're gonna see, that's what you are entitled for. If you're using multiple tokens, let's say that you have used like 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 tokens, 40 tokens, 40 wallets, you are entitled to claim uni tokens for every single wallet that you have used. Now, in order to start claiming that, the first thing to do is to go on the Uniswap website. And you can use the most generic URL ever, which is obviously like the uniswap.exchange/swap, which is basically like no pair in place. But as soon as you go there, the system is going to tell you directly how many tokens you are entitled to receive.
Yep.
And then from there,
can we just
good user experience
here?
is like pretty important part.
So this was the Uniswap blog, right? Where they explained everything that's happening.
Mm-hmm.
This is impressive. This pie chart, the Uniswap allocation, 60% to the community.
Can I just say one thing on that? Like, because I saw comments on Twitter of people being like, oh, the team and the investors have too much and this and that. Like, personally, if I may, we're all receiving free money out of that. And, you know, people that are putting like money where the mouth is before anything even happened,
yeah.
They kind of deserve a little bit of like a higher return on that. So
Yeah, sure.
like,
it's the same thing with Crow, man. Like crypto.com, same thing. As soon as it came out, I'm like, oh, I got to get on there. And the same thing, man, that turned into like returns upon returns upon returns upon returns on free tokens that got airdropped.
that's fair.
So what are we looking at here, Jordan?
So this is just that token allocation, right? So they did the Genesis, which was like, I don't know, 8 hours ago.
Mm-hmm.
So 60% went to the community. The team gets 21%, investors 17.8%, and the advisors like 0.69%.
So for people who are completely confused about where this money comes from, where does it come from in a nutshell?
It's an airdrop.
Supply and demand.
Okay, so an airdrop is basically like when you're sending new tokens. So you're creating a new tokens, a new ERC20 in this specific case. You're taking like specific parameters, so a list of wallets, and you're sending that token to those wallets for free. It's a brand new token that you just like create out of, let's be honest, thin hair, because like you just deploy a smart contract and nothing like that. Where is the value coming from? As Jordan was mentioning, demand and supply. Based on what people are willing to pay for that, if there is enough demand, the price obviously is going to go up, and so on. If there is not enough demand, the price is going to go down.
Okay. Before you talk us through this graph and how to unblock the wallets, I just want to ask you guys a really quick question here, and it's a biggie. So obviously people are realizing, oh wow, I actually have some free money here, and in many scenarios it's quite a lot of money. What are your thoughts on how the price of this thing is going to behave in the next 24 hours, and the next week, and in the next year? Jordan, I'll start with you. Give me your three numbers: the next 24 hours, the next week, and the next year.
Can I just give you one comment on the last section about the airdrops?
Sure.
The airdrop's not necessarily always for new tokens. Like you'll get airdrops on a hard fork.
Oh,
right?
that's true.
And you also get airdrops as a marketing tool. So some tokens that will use like a community incentive, like if you do a bunch of like social media bounties, right? Like share it here, share this, share that. You hold so many tokens, you get the new airdrop, right? So it's a marketing tool for established tokens.
Yep.
And it's another like that you can, for instance, like Sushi, you did the yield farm to get the tokens, which, or this, what they did is they built the foundation first, got people using it, and then rewarded the people for using it.
Yeah.
So,
And as you say, after a hard fork as well, like Bitcoin Cash and SV.
yeah.
Hard fork.
So, exactly. Hard forking, bitches.
So back to a bit of price chat, guys. Obviously, everyone's deciding whether they're cashing out or whether this thing could massively pump. So, Jordan, next 24 hours, obviously, what do you think it's going to do?
Well, if we go to our Binance chart here, are we still screen sharing?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So on Binance, you see it listed, it dumped instantly to 30 cents, and then it went all the way up to $15.
It went to what?
$15 in one candle.
Oh my Lord.
That's one 5-minute candle. That's, that's CZ painting the charts, though, right?
Right.
He's got guys on either side of the orders, making so.
Okay, let's be a little careful what we say about CZ.
Look, it's 1,000% right now, up 1,000%.
Yeah.
That's a strategic move that they do when they list this stuff. It makes people FOMO in, get into it.
Your opinions, just opinions here, just opinions.
For sure. I mean, it's a pretty common knowledge.
Just trying to avoid a lawsuit with a billionaire, Jordan. That's all.
He's got a longer list than us, but
yeah, you probably had a few thousand wallets, so maybe you'll have to defend it.
So, I mean, it seems to be trading. It's settled in between $2.50 and $5 right now, right? And I think that it doesn't seem to be going much lower than $2.50 at all. I think if you look at the strength of exchange tokens, right? Binance, KuCoin, Huobi, all those, because they have the use case and the utility, they hold their value quite well. And Uniswap was charging up the ranks just before this with, the usership and the liquidity and the volume, right? Mm-hmm. So, a lot of people are like, oh, it's a scam, it's a pump and dump, and it's like this, it's built already. People are using it.
We'll get into the market cap and compare it to sort of similar scenarios shortly. But yeah, so what? Just in short, it's short and sweet. What do you think in next 24 hours, next week, next year?
I mean, it got listed on Coinbase, Binance, FTX, Huobi, all these places almost within 12 hours, right? Yeah. So I don't think it's done. I mean, I could see it hitting $10 in the next 24 hours.
You think it's going to go up? And then really, it's interesting. Okay.
Well, I mean, I think the will play is that once all the sell pressure is relieved, right, they're going to come in, scoop up everything cheap, and then pump the hell out of it.
Yeah.
Right? And it's not like they're buying just a random shitcoin. It's a coin that they're going to receive something for long term.
You think it's going up? Well, let's just say you think it's going up in the next week, and then clearly, I would imagine you think over the next year this is a goodie.
I mean, I'm not one for exact price predictions or anything, but these days it's like crazy. Like, I mean, who would have expected YFI hitting like 40K?
Yeah, fair enough. Okay, interesting. Stefano, what are your thoughts on the imminent price action? In other words, will you be dumping it, or are you going to hold it? What are you doing?
No, I'm keeping 100% of them.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
And here's the thing. So first 24 hours to answer the question, I think price is going to go down because it's an airdrop. A lot of people got a lot of free money. $1,000 is not a small amount of money. It can be like a monthly salary in some countries. Yeah. So people are going to cash up, take the money. It's fair. Nothing to say on that.
Yeah.
A month from now, more than a month, but I'm thinking more like in 3, 4, 5, 6 month time frame on that. We're sitting on a market cap of 50 millions, plus or minus. When we have projects like similar somehow that are like sitting on like 7, 8, 900 millions. And Uniswap, let's be honest, like I don't know about like the people that are watching, but like for me personally, 99.9% of my trades are on Uniswap.
I couldn't agree more. I've really moved from centralized exchanges after starting our new show with you guys. If you haven't seen that, people, check it out. Link below. It's all I'm using.
So it works. It's a good system. The volumes are like growing. DeFi is pushing on that. We're technically in a bull market. So, like all of like the pieces of the puzzle are like showing that this thing could potentially like grow more. I'm a little bit disappointed that like on the staking part, they didn't include that it's like, is the reward but it's not like one of the options that you can have like on the pools. Ideally, that's easily fixable, because like they just have to do like a vote on the DAO and on the governance, and that's it.
Yep.
Now entering like the 1 year space, that's tricky, because that's when like the airdrops are gonna like, you know, start happening and so on. So total market cap is still $1 billion. So, you know, if we're looking at $1 billion, even like at today, when we have like $3, $4, $2.50 and so on, we're still looking like 3 or 4 billions in market cap. So that I'm a little bit like tricky and afraid of like saying that potentially can get there, considering that the market is not on that size right now. You know, if we get on a bull market where like everything else like expand as well, can we see that reaching on like that 3, 4, potentially 10 billions? Yeah, ideally, because everything else is going to be like much higher.
Yeah.
So it's a hold. I'm definitely keeping that, but I'm not sure if I'm keeping that for more than a year, to be honest.
Interesting. You've made me feel a lot better about the amount of time it's taken to actually appear in my wallet.
I mean,
So,
it's fine. It's going to go down.
I think I'm going to take your attitude. I think I'm going to walk. Well, obviously not financial advice, people. You do whatever you want. But for me, I think, yeah, it's not so much because it's a freebie. I agree. When we look at the current market cap, when we compare it to, you know, its competitors effectively, when I look at how I'm using it personally, how I know we all use it, yeah, I couldn't be happier to have been given this, and I think I'm going to hold it too.
I mean, just look at the volume for a second. We're almost at like 500 million in volume in a single day on a token.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think that like we're realizing how huge Uniswap really is in terms of like numbers.
Yeah.
Here we go today so far. Just on Uniswap, it's 113 million.
Yeah, it's insane.
On Binance, it was another 150 million.
Yeah, I think it's like it's 400+ million today in with everything that all the exchanges and so on, according to like CoinGecko.
It was almost 4,000 BTC on the BTC pair.
What the hell is Pickle token at number 6? I haven't heard of that one before.
It's a DeFi. It's a yield farming.
All right, okay. We'll talk about Pickle another time. So what a day, guys. What a day. What a day. So
if you go to a new one with the wallet that qualifies, if you have it open, you probably have to refresh it. Trade.
I'll also put some links below for you all. We have made a number of videos on how to use Uniswap, MetaMask, etc. In the last few months. So links below to that as well. People.
So I just did a new trading pair, right? And it comes up with this thing right here. You can't miss it. Uni, 400 Uni, claim your Uni tokens, right?
Yeah.
So again,
1st of September, people. 1st of September, the date that will live in my memory forever.
If you go to read more about Uni, that has that page that we were just looking at with the token distribution and the mechanics of it, right? Claim your Uni, claiming this wallet doesn't have enough gas. Oh, it actually does have enough gas. Ooh, just barely. So right here, my preset is saying 500.
So you're watching a guy get $1,200 US worth of something for nothing here, people.
Here, I'm gonna go check the gas station.
Look at his face. It's a happy face. Give us a smile, Jordan.
So
all those years of shitcoin hell that you've been through are paying off for you, hey? So
gas is at 450. I'm gonna keep my gas at 500 because I don't want to mess around and wait for it forever. So that's like $16. People are complaining about that shit, but it's 1,200 free bucks, man. Fuck that.
Reel your neck in,
hey,
people.
Confirm. So, you know, there's been a lot of people complaining about how long it's taking, right? This is my 4th claim. The first one took like 3 hours. The second one went through almost instantly. And the third one is still pending. And this 4th one, we'll see. So you just sit there and you wait. So I pumped up the gas past the limit. 450 said it was fast for trading. I went to 500, right? So I'm just you got to sit there and wait for that for a bit. Price is swinging crazily right now, anywhere from like I said, $4 or $5 to 350 since we've been on here. USDT, it's up to 320. It's gone up 10% since we were talking. So it was below 3 when we started. It's up at 320 now. So
fantastic. What a
Yeah.
day. What a day.